What is up, people on the internet? JQL here, back with another video. In today's video, I have another custom Lego figure video on my custom Lego minifigures from Attack on Titan, specifically the final season, technically. But yeah, from left to right, here we have the Beast Titan, the Attack Titan, and Levi Ackerman. All custom minifigures made by me. Yeah, I know the scaling is weird. Everyone always comments on my Attack on Titan videos, you just make them big, but that is very difficult, so I decided to just keep them minifigure scale. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the intro. Let's just get started with this video. Alright, let's start off with the Attack Titan. Now, this is a version 3, I think, of my Attack Titan. I'll try and leave pictures of the version 1 and 2 if I remember. I actually sold the version 2, so I don't have it in hand. So, anyway. So here is the Attack Titan, based on the final season appearance. So one thing I noticed with the final season, the Mappa design, is his eyes are very different. He definitely looks more dead inside, and I think that's kind of cool detail they decided to add. So I decided to paint his eyes as much, as dead as possible, basically, and I definitely like gave him even dark, what do you call it? Something. So yeah, I definitely darkened his eyes a lot, and I think that effect turned out really good. One thing I also did differently is I sculpted the chin, but I didn't overdo it. So you can see here the chin is big, but it's not super big, and I just painted his teeth on. The nose is also sculpted, and I also fully sculpted the hair and ears. They are not removable. This is just one giant piece. There we go. So, oh, dropped its head. So this is what it looks like without the head, but I'm gonna keep it on. So, yeah, the muscles are also sculpted. I tried toning it down a lot, but I think I overdid it on the back, to be honest. This figure's pretty old, by the way. I forgot to mention that. So, basically, just painted him all in flesh. Then I tried painting all the muscle detail on his body, and I think it turned out pretty good. I think I overdid it a little bit. That's the problem with my Attack on Titan figures. I kind of overdo a little bit in certain areas. But for the most part, I think it's definitely my best version yet, and I am very happy with how he turned out. So, yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I sculpted his armored bits on his hands, because he uses those quite a lot. So, yeah, I just painted in silver. I'll probably try to change the color eventually. But anyway, that's pretty much it for Eren Yaeger. Next up, here we have the Beast Titan version 2. This Beast Titan figure, I wasn't going to make a version 2, because I just didn't care for the Beast Titan as much as the others. But then I was like, F it, let's just freaking do it. But this one was a pain in the ass to make, just because I was really experimental with this one. I decided I'd widen the torso, as you can see, so he's much more broader. And how I did that is I basically took a normal Lego torso. I'm using my Spider-Man figure as an example, but I should make a tutorial on this one day. But yeah, so I took one of these leg pegs, cut it off, and glued it to the side of a torso. And then to connect the arms, I basically used a ball joint antenna piece, but they kind of kept falling off, so this one's kind of reinforced. Oh, well, I think it's the other arm, but the other arm is reinforced a little bit with some procreate. But yeah, that's how it connects, basically. It works-ish, but yeah. So yeah, that's how I did that. I gave him a gut, sculpted his pecs, his six-pack. The fur is all sculpted this time on the figure rather than painted in certain areas. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I should have dry brushed it a little bit, but for the most part, it turned out pretty good. The head is fully sculpted, and like Eren's head, it is all one piece. It's nothing removable. I think it turned out a lot better than my last one. So yeah, there's that. The legs are also fully sculpted out of Procreate. I didn't sculpt the back just because you're gonna see them from the front anyway. So that's cool. Crotch is also sculpted. The feet is painted. I basically, for the arms, I double extended the arms, so that way they're longer. So it's extended once and then extended twice, so that way the arms are at this length. And then I sculpted all the fur, but then I realized it was too skinny looking, so I gave him some muscles, like some shoulder muscles and some biceps. So yeah, I also filled in the gap between the hands and the arm with Procreate and sculpted the fur there too. So yeah, this was very experimental. It took a very long time to finish this guy. I just was never satisfied until I finally got to this point, and now I'm satisfied. And one thing I like is that he's actually taller than Eren's Titan, so, it's kind of scale accurate, but yeah. I also did extend his torso by adding a radiator piece in the middle, so there's the torso right here, and then there's a radiator piece right here. So yeah, I extended his torso, so he's definitely taller than a normal figure, but I didn't want to extend his legs, because that would make his legs a little too long, and his legs are really short in the show, so I decided to keep it like that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the Beast Titan. Alright, last up here we have Levi Ackerman, one of the best characters in the show. He's badass, you know it, and yeah. Anyway, The face was fully painted by me. Turned out pretty good. I did paint another face for this guy, but it didn't look very good, so I repainted it, and I think I got it fairly well. It's really hard to paint his likeness. It's just, yeah. The hairpiece was a one of the Harry Potter characters, the short guy's hair. I just modified the bangs a little bit. I think it looks a lot better. I did sculpt another hairpiece for this guy, and I posted it on Instagram, but I didn't like it, so I decided to replace it with this one once I got one. And yeah, so if I can remove it, I did paint an alternative expression where he's like angry, you know, there's blood all over him. I think it turned out pretty sick. His eyes are fully white just because, you know, he's going berserk and all that. I really like how it turned out, but for the most part, I keep him displayed like this just because it's Levi, you know, doesn't really need much. The collar you see here is actually sculpted, and it's connected to the waist, or not the waist, the cape that he wears. It's basically made out of paper. I just used a custom minifigures, like, series cape thing from a king or queen as a base, then just kind of cut it out and traced it onto a piece of paper, then made it to this shape. His hood is sculpted, the logo is painted. It's not a very good logo, but it works for the most part. If I take off the hood, you can see this is what it looks like without it. He looks kind of bare without the, what do you call it, ascot? His scarf thing, I don't know what you call it. But yeah, he's going to be wearing this anyway when I display him. But yeah, show off the rest of the figure. The logo is kind of painted on the back and not really on the arms. I kind of got lazy with the arms, so I decided to leave it off because, you know, this is going to cover it anyway. The jacket is 3D, made out of paper, and the arms are painted. The swords are Brick Arms tactical swords. I just modified them by adding the little handle here and adding the thing here. I don't have any strings connected anywhere. It's just, I'm not doing that. It's just gonna get, it's gonna break, so I didn't do that. But yeah, the swords are pretty cool. I did paint them too. So the ODM gear is, I basically made a skirt kind of thing, then put it in between, and then I glued the ODM gear to them. So this time I made ODM gear for Mikasa, and it was alright then, but this one's a lot more accurate, a lot more slim, and I'm definitely happy with how it turned out here. It's not 100% accurate though, just because I could only fit on so many details. Legs are fully painted by me. The torso is fully painted. It's not a lot of detail, just straps and normal shirt. So removing the head one more time to put the thing back on. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Levi. There's not a whole lot else to talk about with this guy. I'm really happy with how he turned out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. We can wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a like. If you like what you see here and you want to see more custom minifigures made by me, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, so that way you'll be notified for my next video whenever that comes out. I also do post my figures over on my Instagram before I post them here, so if you want to check those out, you can check them out over on my Instagram, link in the description below. I also do post work in progress stuff over there too, so if you care about that, then, you know, you can check it out there too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Am I making any more Attack on Titan figures? I'm not quite sure, because there's some I definitely want to make. I want to make some V2s as well, but as of right now, I don't have any plans. I've just been really busy with life, so yeah, life just kind of throws stuff at you, but it's okay. I'm hanging in there. So anyway, once again, thank you guys once again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever or whatever that'll be, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.